So I want you to think for a moment and imagine two business owners. They're both passionate, they're both chasing their dreams of success, but the first one scales really fast. They're making lots of money, they're bringing in new clients, but the problem is that every day starts to feel like a grind. They have a lot of late nights, they're missing time with family, and they start to feel like the business is running them rather than the other way around. The second one grows, their business grows steadily, but they have a lot of clarity around what they're doing, and their business fuels their life and enhances it. Now, what's the difference between the two? The difference is that the second, their business is aligned with their personal vision, and this is where AI can be used to change the game for you. You see, it's not just a tool that can be used for building efficiency in your business, but it can also build a business that helps to support your life instead of consuming it. I want you to think about this for a moment. Many business owners wake up in the morning and they grab their phone and they start checking text messages or looking at email. In fact, you could say that they're reacting to their business on a daily basis rather than focusing on building it. And you can ask yourself the question, how much time do you spend every day doing things that actually you want to do? How much of your time is spent on tasks that drain your energy rather than energizing you, right? Does your business feel like an extension of your passion, or does it feel like an endless list of to-dos? If the answers to any of those questions, or if the questions alone cause you to think, then you'll understand what I'm saying, that growth without alignment ultimately is going to lead to burnout. But what if AI could help you scale in a way that protects your energy and helps you build towards your long-term success? You see, AI can really change the game in a number of different ways. Instead of guessing what your success could look like, you can use AI tools to help bring clarity and align your business with your vision of your ideal life. And in order to do that, there's a couple of things that you want to take a look at. First, you have to define what success really means to you so that your business actually supports the life that you intended to build rather than draining it. The vast majority of people who start a business don't start it with the vision of working 80 hours a week. They have a dream of something that they want to accomplish, either for themselves or for the family or maybe even for the world, right? Then you also have to think about how growth actually happens. You want your business to grow strategically so that you're attracting the right kinds of customers, right? And also the right kind of opportunities, all without wasting a lot of additional time and effort. And no matter where you are in your business journey, you can do this. Startups, they have an advantage. They can build with alignment from day one. Whereas established businesses, you're going to have to probably make gradual adjustments, refining the process step by step each day, so that you can stay true to your existing processes while also pivoting towards your long-term business goals. Now, before you dismiss this as a bunch of woo-woo, I want you to know that I've worked with a number of different business owners, and while some really truly just have the passion of making as much money as they can, the vast majority are trying to build a life, yeah? And you can think of this process like every great athlete does. In fact, every great athlete, every great salesperson, architect, marketer, teacher, business entrepreneur, they all start with a vision or goal of what they want the future to look like. And some of them, they're very explicit about it. You know, they write detailed plans, schedules, charts, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And others are a little bit more intuitive. They're constantly refining their process in their minds, and then they're using that vision, that internal vision that they have, in order to modify their daily activities so that that picture ultimately guides their decisions. In fact, in either case, whether you're a more intuitive type of person or a strategic type of person, having a clear picture of what your future should look like will help you when you're doing your day-to-day decision making as well. And so that's what we're going to work on right now. We're going to look first at what I call your North Star vision creation process. And the purpose of it is to define what success looks like both in your business life as well as your personal life. And you can use AI to help clarify that ideal business structure so that it supports that long-term vision. And I use this prompt to do that. So the first thing I would do is just type into the AI prompt the following. Act as a life coach for business owners and help me craft detailed vision of the life I want to live by asking me questions one at a time related to the following 4 areas: freedom and impact, family and friends, fitness and health, and faith, foundation, and finance. And then when you hit the enter key, it'll start to ask you those very questions. So after I've set that vision, then I start to move on toward what I call the ideal day visualization. And I want you to know that this is more than just wishful thinking. You can almost think of it like SOPs, your standard operating procedures, or your strategic operational plan. And ultimately, it's a set of things that you want to do on a regular basis that are going to ensure that you're moving consistently towards your goal. And you've seen this before. If you've ever been on an airplane, you look in the back of the seat and they have that chart. It has a bunch of pictures on it to what to do in the event of an emergency. And what's kind of cool about that is, almost regardless of your age, probably you have to be 7 or older, and regardless of whatever language you can speak, you can quickly look at that information, understand what it is that you're supposed to do, and get on with it. Well, that's the same idea that you're doing with this visualization process on your daily visualization, on your daily procedures. The way that you do, or the long-term purpose of it, is to help eliminate unnecessary tasks and help to clarify any areas where you can use automation or AI to actually streamline or speed up those day-to-day operations. And it looks like this. Act as a strategic business coach or mindfulness coach, and guide me in developing a written visualization of my ideal day. I love ChatGPT because I don't have to be able to type. It's from waking up to going to sleep. Include details about my location, companions, activities, and feelings. Of course, if you're doing this for business, you may alter those prompts to work in any way that you want. Prompt me with, what do you want to prompt me? Relevant questions. Relevant questions throughout the process. Once done, compare my visualization to my strategic vision and identify any misalignment. Summarize. By the way, that last statement is quite important because you do want your strategic vision and your daily activities to align. Summarize the result into a format that can be copied and pasted into another. So this prompt assumes that you've done the 2 back-to-back in one session. But if you've copied and pasted the information from one document into another, you can always include that copied and pasted document by hitting on the plus key and uploading it from your computer. Or you may just simply copy it and paste it into this and reference it as part of your working with the AI. And so once you enter the prompt, it immediately starts to go to work and asks those questions. In this case, I would have preferred that that they're asked one by one, and I probably should have included that a little bit more clearly in the prompt. But you could do it this way and just answer them as steps. If you want to change it, you could just tell the AI, please ask each question in turn, one at a time. And then it will help to prompt you in a way that might be more useful for you. Now, once I've taken the time to go through that process and clear up any conflicts, any inconsistencies between my ideal day visualization and my long-term vision, then we would move on to what I call legacy reflection. And you can think of it like this. Your legacy is how you want people to see you in the future, or how you want to see yourself in the future. And by reaching out into that future at what that legacy is and bringing it right into the present moment, it's another way of reminding you on a regular basis, weekly, monthly, yearly, whatever way you want to do it, what it is that you're supposed to be doing and whether or not you're on track for that. Yes? Again, it simply aligns your long-term purpose to something beyond just revenue. And you can use AI to highlight different patterns on how you spend your time and your energies so that you're creating the most impact on a daily basis or regular basis for yourself. And the prompt that I use looks like this. Act as a legacy advisor. Help me reflect on the legacy I want to leave behind. Ask me questions one at a time, like, what do I want to be remembered for by my family, friends, community, and the world? Once examined, summarize the reflection into a format that can be copied and pasted into another document. Hit enter, and there you go. It starts out by asking you those questions. So ultimately, AI can pinpoint where your time is being drained. It can help you automate tasks like marketing, financial tracking, client communication. It can help streamline your business operations. But clarity alone is not enough. Growth needs to be strategic in order for you to have that fulfilling life that you really want. And that's where a tool like the Market Sauce Buyer's Blueprint can work together with your North Star vision in order to enhance what you're doing. In fact, there are two AI-driven tools that can be used strategically inside of your business to help make sure that your business aligns with your personal goals. Think about, for example, the customers that you might want. If your goal is to work with high value clients who don't waste your time, then you can use these tools to analyze your customer data, identify your ideal audience, guide you with the kind of language that you're going to need and the strategies that will lead to better lead generation. You can use it to optimize your sales data. In fact, you can actually take your existing sales data, any surveys that you may have collected, any demographic information that you may have collected, and insert that into your buyer's blueprint so that you can have a more precise buyer's brief and buyer avatar so that you know each time that you're reaching out with your marketing, you're really for the kind of customer that you ultimately want to work with. And of course, this ensures that there's a better alignment between your business goals and your ideal clients, and of course, your personal goals. Attached is my vision and my buyer's brief. Analyze each and write business plan that helps me reach my ideal customer and fully aligns with my personal vision. Be aware of, and outline any key roles that will eventually need to be filled in order to maintain my growth, my business to 1 million per year and maintain my personal vision. And then from there, I just attach the documents that are relevant. So there's my buyer's brief. There's my summit vision. I attach both of those and I hit basically the go button, and it immediately goes to work in creating a business plan. Now, bear in mind that a step that I skipped is the detailed finance plan, where I might discuss the lifestyle that I want to live, the home that I might want to live in, the car I might want to drive, how many vacations a year, all of that stuff. I actually encourage you to think about in detail, because that will help you determine what size business you actually need to have. Everyone wants to be a billionaire, but you don't need to earn anywhere near $1 billion to live the lifestyle that most people would like to live. So having a look at it, you can start to see that it automatically considers that the kinds of clients that I might want. There's the high ticket consulting clients, there's group coaching clients, and how much I would want to earn per year for that. There's the digital books and playbooks, etc., that I might want to look at, targeting, etc. But what's important throughout all of this whole thing is that it constantly tries to align with the vision that I wrote for myself, as well as addressing the needs of the target customers that was developed inside of the buyer's blueprint. Bear in mind that AI will sometimes be creative and the formatting may change. So if formatting is really important to you, then you want to specify exactly how you want that information to appear in tables, what you want those column headings to be, bullets, etc., etc., etc. And again, it concludes by looking at the overall plan and making sure that it is in alignment with the vision and suggesting next steps that I could take to achieve my overall goal. So let's kind of look at this in a case study. This is an avatar, of a kind of customer that I work with, and let's call her Alex. And Alex runs a dance studio, and she started to run a dance studio because she loves working with people, she loves dancing, and she loves teaching. But she's found that instead of focusing on her students, she's drowning in doing admin work, managing enrollments, handling complaints, responding to emails, dealing with the finances, etc., etc., etc. And then she made two key shifts in her business. First, she used these North Star prompts to help her get a clear picture of what business model she needed to be working on. And that allowed her to realize what she was doing and the kind of staff that she needed to bring in so that she could free up her time so that she would spend more time teaching and performing. Second, she applied the Market Sauce blueprint material to help her attract the ideal client so that she was optimizing her sales and really getting the most out of every single day so that going to work was more of a joy instead of a burden. This is the same thing that I want you to do, and it's really the next step in the process for you. Basically, your 3-step North Star alignment plan. First, you're going to use AI to help define your North Star vision and to clarify the kind of life that you want to build. Identify what excites you versus what drains you. Second, you're going to identify the business processes that drain you, and you're going to do that by listing some of the top 3 things that you really like about your business, as well as those things that you don't like about your business, and figuring out a way that AI might be able to handle them. And then the third part is to use AI to automate, align, and leverage the Market Sauce information and tools like Keep for a CRM or Go High Level or whatever it is that you happen to like to use to help to grow your business without losing sight of your personal vision. Now, I want to make it clear that AI isn't just about efficiency and scaling your business. It really can be used to help to scale your life. Now, maybe getting started for you might seem a little bit overwhelming, so let's break it down, all right? What thing can you do today? One small AI task that you can look at today that you can either automate or you can use to speed up the process so that you're getting more out of this day. And if you do that regularly, just take one small task, automate it, use AI to help build it, and of course, ensure that it's in alignment with your personal vision. Where could your life be in a couple of years from now?